Today we meet the reciprocal function f of x equals 1 over x. The input x cannot be 0 because division by 0 is not defined. Let us place this function on a coordinate system. For positive inputs, the graph bends downward through the first quadrant. For negative inputs, a matching branch appears in the third quadrant. There is no graph on the y-axis because x is never allowed to be 0. When the input is 1, the output is 1. When the input doubles to 2, the output is cut in half. When the input doubles again to 4, the output is cut in half again. The pattern also works in reverse. A smaller positive input gives a larger positive output. On the positive branch, choose one point and build a rectangle back to the axis. The width of this rectangle is x. The height of this rectangle is y. As the point moves along the curve, the rectangle changes shape but keeps area 1. Let us keep the picture visible and write the algebra beside it. The defining rule is y equals 1 over x. Multiplying both sides by x gives x times y equals x times 1 over x. The x divided by x becomes 1, so x times y equals 1. For positive x and positive y, that product is exactly the rectangle area. On the negative branch, the product rule still holds because both numbers are negative. This is why both branches belong to the same reciprocal function. Now let us return to the full graph and study what happens near the axes. When x moves far to the right, 1 over x gets closer to 0. The curve gets closer and closer to the x-axis but never reaches it. When x moves toward 0 from the positive side, 1 over x grows without bound. The curve gets closer and closer to the y-axis but never reaches it. These two axes are asymptotes of the reciprocal curve. The two branches also match by symmetry through the origin. Changing the sign of the input changes the sign of the output. A half turn around the origin sends one branch directly onto the other. That makes the reciprocal function an odd function. Let us recap the big ideas from the full picture. The reciprocal graph has one branch in the first quadrant and one branch in the third quadrant. On the positive branch, the rectangle tied to each point has area 1. Both axes act as asymptotes that the curve approaches but never touches. And the whole graph has origin symmetry because negative inputs give negative outputs. Now you can recognize 1 over x from its shape, its product rule, and its asymptotes.